What's going on, you guys? So it's been a minute since I've brought you a video, but I wanted to give you guys my honest opinion on the new bow that PSE came out with, the Mach 33. This is the DS. It's not the one with the fast cams. I forget what that exact, whatever that exact cam is, but this is just the Mach 33. I went ahead and shot the 35 as well. The 35 was just a little bit too long axle to axle for me, but I'm a short guy, as you can see. So I went ahead and shot a bunch of bows. I was really back and forth on getting a new one because if you guys have seen my previous review, the Bowtech SR350 from 2020, I believe it was 2023. When that bow came out, I shot it and compared it against all the flagship bows, and it just was the most comfortable bow, and I love that bow, and I actually shot that bow and harvested quite a few animals with it for 2 years. So I was pulled on letting that bow go, and I went ahead and shot a lot of the other flagship bows, right? Prime, PSE was in obviously the lineup, Matthews, Hoyt. I shot the Darton. Yeah, I think that's all. But I shot all those bows, and I ended up really just falling in love with how smooth the PSE Mach 33 is. And a lot of guys say that the carbon bows get a lot of vibration in the shot. I never had that experience. So with this bow, I've had nothing but a great experience in terms of draw cycle, in terms of speeds, like IBO speeds out of the bow for being a shorter draw guy, and then the dead feel in your hand. A lot of bows, when you draw your bow and you release, you just get a little bit of wrist tweak, or you just don't get that dead stone feeling when you let that shot go. And with this bow, I did. But the thing that's most impressive is the draw cycle. So the draw cycle on this bow is one of the smoothest by far. And for those of you guys who haven't actually shot a PSE and compared it to some of these other flagship bows, you should really consider it. Because again, I wasn't one to knock PSE or say that they're better or worse than another brand. I really never had an experience shooting a PSE, so I didn't know what to expect. And when my local bow shop, the Hunting House, brought this bow to their customers, like, it was definitely one that I was open to trying. And being at 27.5 inch draw, I guess I'm at a 28 inch and a quarter draw now, so 28 inch draw with my D-loop. And I made some pretty drastic changes in terms of my arrow setup this year, and then shooting from a wrist release over to a thumb release. So this is the Carter thumb release. This piece right here that you're seeing is something that I found at a TAC event. It's Advanced Archery Technologies release, and then I'm using a tight spot 7 arrow quiver. So that setup seems to be pretty good. And with this much weight on this side of the bow, there's no real need, in my opinion, at least for being a hunting setup, to throw a stabilizer on the side of this bow. So it's just perfectly balanced. It's a little light. If you do plan to hunt with it, you're gonna wanna throw a little bit of weight on it, because in heavy wind situations, the bow is just such a light bow that unfortunately you're gonna get that real drastic sway. But with a little bit of weight, you're gonna even it out, and it's gonna be lighter than the next flagship bow. So it's faster than it was faster than the PSE, than the Bowtech. It was faster and way smoother than the Hoyt, in my opinion. The Matthews just always been uncomfortable to me with that heavy top weight. So it was just a contender. Right now, the way that this bow is set up and outfitted is it's primarily going to be used for Western big game and just leisurely shooting. But it's a lot lighter than my Bowtech and just as fast, with about a 25 grain heavier arrow than my last setup. So you guys can go to PSE and check out the different colors that they have. This one is the gray color. I really like the gray color with the black. I'm probably gonna do like a flow green or like a purple and black twist string on it when strings are needed, but so far so good. I'm planning on taking this on a mule deer hunt in 2 weeks, which I'm shooting the best I've ever shot, in my opinion. And part of that's from shooting every day. But just to give you guys a rundown on what the arrow setup is that I'm running, this is the VAP TKO 300 spine, because I'm pulling 72 pounds. I'm shooting 285 feet per second with a 435 grain arrow. So for a lot of you guys, 435 grains is still light. Most guys are up into that, 450 grains, 460, 75 grains. But for me, this is a 14.8% FOC arrow, and 300 spines cut, short, so right above my launcher, with a Easton outsert, so that stainless outsert. I do like that outsert, gives me a little bit more weight, and then 100 grain point. And I'm shooting the Fletch Silent Night vein, so it's a 3 Fletch with a slight left helical. These things are freaking darts. So super pleased with this bow. Cannot wait to go out and hunt with it, take an animal with it. I feel really, really confident. I'm shooting a CBE sight. This is the Trek Pro version, 5-pin, with the ability to drive if need be. But super pleased with this bow. I've got well over 500 arrows through it already. From when I bought it to today, probably closer to 1,000, and it's still shooting bullet holes. So highly encourage you guys to check this bow out. PSE makes some components and some accessories that obviously go to this bow, but I mean, I just outfitted what I had on my SR350 from Bowtech to this bow, and it's sweet. So fast bow, comfortable bow. Highly encourage you to check it out. Don't knock it before you try it. The name brand has been around for a long time. It's a product made in the USA, and I think that you'll enjoy it. So peace out.